Hi everybody, it's John Kranz with Consim Press. I just want to thank you all for the incredible support you've provided us for The Hunters, our game release that was released 1 month ago in December. We did a stock of 3,000 units and we sold out again in 1 month, so thank you so much for that support. We've now launched a pre-order page for our second printing, and I just want to tell you a little bit about what the second printing is going to be all about. So what we're looking to do is we're looking to make the second printing or second edition as consistent with the first printing that we sold out of as much as possible, mainly because we're going to have a expansion kit at some point for the Hunters, and we want to make sure that any purchaser of the Hunters, no matter what the print run, that the expansion would apply to you or be something you might be interested in. So what we are going to do is we are going to definitely take advantage of this second print run, and we'll be enhancing the components. So to give you an example, what we're doing is we're going to have a second edition rules booklet. So think of that as the living rules with additional updates as needed to have the most complete comprehensive set of rules that are as clear as possible. And again, we've learned a lot already with the living rules we've produced for download. And of course, in line with that, or in concert with the second edition rules, will be all the player aid cards will be updated as well for whatever changes are needed there, which are relatively few in nature, but we are going to be updating those charts and tables accordingly. And then the U-boat display mat is going to also get an update, and that we'll be adding basically one space to it because we're adding a status marker for the U-boat for attacks, whether it's on the surface or submerged, in its aspect to approach to target ships. So you'll also be able to track the surface or submerged status of your U-boats, which, since I'm mentioning markers, we're going to also add more replacement markers or spare markers, if you will. So if anything gets lost or damaged, etc., on your counter sheet, you'll have some additional spares over and above what we did with the with our first release. So I want to thank you again for all the support. Again, the pre-order page is now live. Obviously, it's at the GMT Games website, since they are our major distributor and handle the printing as well as the distribution and sales of the game. So it's great having their support. Allows me to focus with the product team or on the project on the actual quality of the goods without having to worry about who's going to taking care of the customer, since GMT Games does such a great job. So I want to say kudos to GMT. The success of the product wouldn't have happened without their support. And in closing, I do want to mention quickly that besides the Hunters pre-order, we also have Bear's Claw available for pre-order. That's a World War II game, has two games in one. Think of it similar to SPI's 4 Battles of Army Group South quad that was done, many years ago, but of course with some enhanced rules, etc., since so many years have passed since then. I love the footprint and the design of this game and the 2 battles we cover from the early stages of Operation Barbarossa. So it's a great meat and potatoes style war game that can be completed in one sitting. And of course, you'll see all the support will be made available for Bear's Claw, like we did with the Hunters, with the video tutorials and support online as well. So in closing, I want to also mention that the price for the Hunters second printing is again down to that original price of only $28 pre-order. So I don't know if you're interested in, if you did pre-order the first edition print run that's now out of stock, but perhaps you might be interested in placing an order for this second printing with the enhancements I've mentioned. If nothing else, if you don't really need or feel you need to have a second copy of the game, maybe you can take the copy you have today and you can pass that on to a gaming buddy or friend you have, or somebody you'd like to get maybe introduced to the hobby, and then you can take advantage of the second edition print run of the Hunters, and at that point you can maybe gift your game to a close gaming friend. So just some ideas out there, but again, we want to price this as best we could, so we can hit our pre-order mark quickly and get the game back out in the market as quickly as we can, since we anticipate obviously the distributor, retail, storefront demand outpaced our expectations, and there is demand already for the game that we need to try to satisfy. So we hope to work and move quickly on the new release, and again, just want to thank you again for all your support for the Hunters, and you take care, and I'll be in touch. Thanks again, guys.